Across the country, more than 3 million Americans stutter. That's according to the Stuttering Foundation. Well, here to speak with us today is a woman who dealt with the problem head on, and now she's helping others. She is author Sharika Myers. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
So good to see you today.
Nice to see you. I'm excited.
Now tell us about your book and your background, because it's called Herbie's New Home.
Herbie's New Home. Let's speak about the book. Herbie's New Home is the first book of the Little Herbie series, and it actually deals with a little boy who moved from one state, Maryland, to South Carolina, and had to meet new friends dealing with the fact that he stuttered. So it was kind of hard for him.
And it was hard for you as well growing up, I imagine. So tell us a little bit about your story.
Well, actually, I grew up in a single family home. I was the youngest of 5 kids. So it just so happened I happened to be the only one that stuttered. So my siblings, I used them a lot to actually speak for me when I was talking to friends and things like that. So it was kind of complicated, really complicated.
Yeah, because kids can be mean.
Yes,
kids can be really mean these days.
Especially when it takes you about 5 minutes to say a word or to say a complete sentence. It's kind of, yeah.
Now, how were you able to work through it? Because you sound beautiful today. So how were you able to work through that?
Reading. Reading, I mean, when I went to school, my teachers always tell me to read. But when I did read, being I studied, I never read out loud. I always just read quietly to myself. But then, you know, I was like, okay, reading is talking, so let me try that. So when I started to read out loud, then I was like, okay. So when I did speak, you know, I'm like, okay. At first, I started to sound exactly where I read. But then over the years, I was able to speak it up and be able to speak at a normal pace.
Well, we have some video right now. Here's little Herbie, your mascot, right there dancing. He's getting his groove on. Well, tell us about how you go to schools and actually make a difference. And I do imagine that people in that audience in the video that we just saw, maybe kids are too scared to speak up and let you know. But how do you make sure that you get your message across to them that it's going to be all right?
Well, I let them know, you know, look at me. I did it, you know, and I speak about anti-bullying teased, being teased, low self-esteem, lacking self-confidence, because those are some of the things that I dealt with growing up. So I just want to let them know that no matter how long it takes you to say something, what people say, that their voice still matters. So.
What's next for you? You're going to continue to go speak at some schools?
Yes, we have schools. We have, my dream is to open up a center as well to be able to help kids. We have more books. The next book is Herbie Goes to School. Dolls, we have so much in the future. I'm very excited about it.
Well, I really appreciate what you do, because a lot of kids out there, again, may be too scared to speak up. So maybe if they see you and little Herbie, they're going to get their groove on too, and it's going to be all right.
Yes, he has a little dance called Little Herbie Shuffle. I
saw you getting it on too. All right, well, thank you, Sharika. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
And when your next book's out, come on back and we'll talk about that too.
I sure will. As soon as I come back to Charlotte, I'm coming straight to you.
Okay, good. Thanks for being here.
All right, thank you.
Stay with us. Your Weather on the One's forecast is next.